please join the town board for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we begin our meeting, I wish to point out the emergency exits located in the front of the rear of the room. In the event of an emergency, I ask that you orderly proceed to the nearest exit. The Cicero Town Board acknowledges the importance of full public participation in all public hearings and therefore urges all who wish to address those in attendance to utilize the microphones located in the front of the room. I'll make a motion all actions taken tonight are type 2 or unlisted actions and have a negative impact on the environment unless otherwise determined.
Second.
Ms. Sabrina?
Yes.
Ms. Tarwacki?
Yes.
Mr. Ryda?
Yes.
Mr. Coral?
Yes.
Mr. Dzinski?
Yes. To continue with our 200th year anniversary, tonight we're going to recognize another family that's had a huge impact on the town of Cicero. In 1942, after 11 years of marriage, Joseph and Mary Boyko, along with their little boys, Michael, John, and Joseph Jr., moved from Mattydale, New York to their newly purchased 53-acre farm on Route 31, Cicero. This farm was previously owned by Amelia and Pop Bristol. They started their own dairy farm with 15 milking cows, all of which Mary Boyko milked by hand twice a day while Joseph worked the land with his team of workhorses. As the years passed, Joseph built an addition to the original barn, which was just a lean-to, and extended his herd. By now, 2 more sons were born, William and Robert. In 1949, Joseph Boyko purchased the first brand new 8N Ford tractor with attachments. That is when horses were given a rest and just used for cultivating the garden. In 1950, Joseph and Mary purchased from Albert Gilbreth 75 additional acres of farmland west of their existing farm. Besides milking cows, the Boykos grew corn, tomatoes, potatoes, melons, cucumbers, peppers, etc., all which were sold at their farm and at the market. They also raised chickens, geese, and pigs. With 5 growing boys, Joseph took a job at Hoffman Meat Packing Company, Wolf Street, to supplement their income. And in August 1962, at the early age of 56, Joseph Boyko passed away and his youngest son, Robert, took over the dairy farm. In 1999, after many years of farming, the Boyko farm was sold to Eaglewood Associates. The farmland, which was bought by Mary and Joseph in 1942 and labored by them and their 5 sons, is now known as the pastures. You know, this is probably the largest group that we've had. There's at least 19 here that I know of, and there may be others that I'm not aware of at this point. But if we could, one at a time, what we do, just so everybody knows, if there's somebody here that hasn't been here, ever since last January, for the 200th anniversary for the town of Cicero, we recognize different families within the town of Cicero. As you can see in the wall, it starts way down on the left, continues all the way up here. We've got 3 more meetings, which we recognize 3 more families. And what we do is we ask them to bring in some information about their family, which I've just read. We bring in pictures to recognize the family for what they've done to make Cicero the great town it is today. You know, and tonight we're recognizing the Boyko family. You know, because I can always remember that always was a farm as long as I can remember when I was a little kid. It always was, and in my eyes, it always will be. But as time progresses on, things change. Cicero's changing, and as you mentioned now, it's not a farm any longer. It's called a pasture, which I think is very appropriate. What we'd like to do, since there are so many members tonight, when Jim calls your name, if you could just come up. And something else we do too. This bell is rung, but will be rung by every member that gets a certificate tonight. And by the end of the year, this bell will have rung 200 times for the 200th anniversary for Cicero. That's why we've done it that way. William Boyko. And I know him. William Joe Boyko.
should say Joe. Sorry. Joseph Boyko Jr. Maria Boyko. Nancy Boyko. Robert Boyko. That I know is Bob. We don't usually use these formal names. Mary Jane Boyko. Amy Boyko.